Hey everyone, Andy here, broadcasting to you under my solemn pseudonym of the Uncommentator. We're now carrying on with rock and roll racing. We're moving on to the second planet, which is Drakonis. Starting off with Division B. So last episode we completed Chem 6, Division A. So we're now on to Drakonis, as I've already said. So difference as from this planet, from the last one, we need 2,000 points to advance, and we've gone up from 8 races to 10. Now, despite having $134,000 in the kitty, we are not going to upgrade the car, despite the fact that we could if we wanted to. And also, if we go and buy a new car, we can't upgrade the car, so we can't get a better car than the Airblade. So we're stuck with this for now. On this planet, we're now having we don't have an advantage over the boss in terms of our car like we did on the last planet, if that made any sense. Anyway, we had an introduction out of the way. Let's get straight on with it, because we've got 10 races which we need to get through, as opposed to 8, which we had previously. Now, as I mentioned in a previous episode, I don't know if it was the first one or the second one, I was going to do this game as a one long playthrough, and then I was going to do this game as a one episode per planet. The reason why I didn't, and I'm doing it one per division, is because as we move through the planets, as we've already seen, you do have to do more races. So we've gone from 8 races to 10. It goes up by 2 races per planet, I believe. So you don't need to be Pythagoras to work out that the next planet after this will be 12. So the episodes will gradually they're quite short at the minute, but the episodes will gradually get longer as we move through. So that was one of the reasons why I wanted to try and keep them short and snappy. And also, if people want to see specific sort of elements of this game, then it's easy to do that with short episodes, easy to find in the series. That's why we're going to keep it down to one episode, one division per episode, I should say. Right, can we get rid of this guy? Managed to get in front of him. Mildly irritating, that was annoying. There we go. A bit fortunate there. Not quite how I managed to go over the oil then. And when did I use my boost on that lap? I don't know, it doesn't matter, because we still won. Now the dodgy graphics are back, so I mentioned this as well earlier on in the series. I'm not playing this on an original cartridge, on an original SNES, but it is the original game, everything else is exactly the same. And that's why some of the graphics are a little bit dodgy on a couple of the screens. And also you've got the colour changing grid on the left and right hand side. But I think you get the idea. It's still exactly the same game, so there's nothing really dodgy about it. I actually think that was BS. I actually think that well, that was a load of crap. I think this is the hardest. No. Sorry, Shred. How did he avoid that? I think this is the hardest level. I really do. Especially if you don't have... If your character doesn't have a... Pete's sake. If your character doesn't have a cornering boost, this is the hardest level. I once completed this game on Warrior. Well, I ain't winning this race. I once completed this game on Warrior with Ivan, who doesn't have a cornering boost, and I really, really struggled to get past this planet. I managed to do it, but it was really challenging. How did I miss that? I'm so bad with the missiles, it's not even funny. I really don't like this level at all. I just can't, I don't know why, but I cannot stand Grinder. And I don't know what it is. Things like that probably don't help. Oh, hello, Rick. How are you? Now, we're definitely going to win now, so let's just try and secure this second place. Hopefully he won't start shooting me. I really need to remember where that green oil is. Yeah, for me this is the hardest. This is the hardest level, I think. So hopefully it won't hold us back too much. So we're winning not doing too well, those 600 points from 2 races. We keep that up, we'll get the required amount of points to advance to the next division. How did I miss that? I even was slowed down to get it. Blowing Grind up's never a bad thing. More money missed. We'll hit the warp. I don't know. I love it when you do that. I love getting a health pod and then going over a mine straight after. That's a common theme on this game as well. Skid around that. And, for Pete's sake, I'm sick of the mines. I really am. We blow Grinder up again. That'd be great. Thank you. Hey, there we go. There was no way on earth I wasn't going to blow. I wasn't going to blow up. As you can see, already a little bit more challenging. And the swarm, already a little bit more challenging, as we can see. Please shoot Grinder. Somebody, anybody. Still not going to get that money. There we go. That makes up for the missing attack bonus. Needed that. Really needed to hit that arrow, and we did. The red arrow. I mean, look at Grinder. He's already back. I mean, how does he do it? There we go. Got the win though. Only just. But the kitty cat is purring now. We are absolutely we're in the zone now. Hopefully. After a slightly dodgy start. I feel like I've started the story, got distracted, and not finished it. I may be wrong on that one. When I listen to this back, I will know. And I'll miss the missile because yeah, I put the missing missile. I think definitely because I just cannot hit anything. There's a really weird phrase in soccer for someone that can't score a goal, and that's how I feel with these missiles. There's a couple of weird phrases actually. If anyone's ever heard the phrase "can't hit a cow's," I'll not say the actual word, but a cow's posterior with a banjo is one of them. I mean, what does that even mean? Apparently it means you can't score a goal, but not quite sure the origins of that phrase. Also, I'm not really thinking about that. I'm a little bit bored of that now. I'm in last place, which isn't where you want to be. Last place on the last lap. Right, can we at least get second and get past these two? Should he blow Grinder up? If he's got smoke coming out of his chuff, then I think we just hit him. No. There we go. From last to first in one lap. Yeah, for some reason, I don't know why, I think I probably said this before, I don't know if I said it on this episode, though. For some reason, when they set off, they seem to hammer each other with projectiles and then don't find them for the rest of the laps. I don't quite know why, but got away with that one, really. But oh well, like I said, for me this is the hardest planet, so get through this. And it'll be a little bit more straightforward going this point forward. The last planet's a bit tough, but at least on the last planet you don't need to... apart from after Division B to Division A, boring now. That is really boring. Division B to Division A, you don't need to advance, so it doesn't really matter. Not getting that health matters though. He's going to dive into them and blow me up. There you go. Despite the fact I've got a quicker car, he's obviously keeping up with me, so not that I'm bitter about that, of course. Now the jumping boost that I've got, what that's designed to do is, basically means when you land, you don't slow down. Like if you don't have the jumping boost, when you go over a bump, upon landing you end up kind of slowing down and bouncing. That was fortunate. That was fortunate as well. I don't care. For Pete's sake. Yeah, the jumping boost. You don't you kind of, if you don't have it, you bounce and slow down, and then after it takes a while to speed up. Whereas in theory, if you have the jumping boost, you should just be able to sort of on landing carrying at the same speed. So that's where Cat should have some kind of advantage. I think we are seeing that a little bit. But like I've said several times, the cornering is the big thing, especially on this track. If you don't have the cornering boost, you really are in trouble at this stage. I think at some point, apart from Cat one being down, I have beaten every character throughout my time playing this game. Even Cyberhawk, oh, that was nice. Double money power up there. Not anymore, he doesn't. No, another 1,000. I think it's 1,000 for the attack bonus. Yeah, I've beaten every character, and Tarquin's definitely the best, in my opinion. Okay, just go over the green stuff and don't slow down. I wouldn't. The hitboxes on this game are interesting, I think, sometimes. Like, I'm sure there, like there, for example, I'm sure he went over the green stuff there in the last lap and didn't slow down. Well, I did that time though, but then I screwed the corner up and about my cornering boost just decided not to work there, which is nice. Did I hit him? I'm gonna waste my boost, but I didn't hit him because he isn't. No, not quite. Not quite. Oh well. Is a cretin. I'll finish that sentence for you. Right, so 2,000 points. 2,000 points. I'm going to regret that when I listen to it back. I hope people. What a great song that is, by the way. Anyway, we've got 2,000 points. I'll not sing again. 6 races out the way, so we've already achieved the goal. So we can move on to the next level if we wanted to, but we're not going to do that. We're going to try and rack up as much money as we can. There's no real pressure to finish in the top 3. You only get points for the top 3, of course. Is it Pretenders, that? One of the most underrated Christmas songs that there is. Doesn't get anywhere near the love it should, that song. Shaking Stevens and one or two others. The Pogues, that's another one. I know it's the middle of July when I'm recording this, so I'm really on trend at the minute. But yeah, Shaking Stevens and the Pogues, they get overly hyped, I think. But that song, is it Pretenders? That song's great. Underrated Christmas song. 2,000 Miles. Everyone didn't know what song I was referencing when I sung that. And given the demographic of my audience, so at time of recording, I've built up a bit of a portfolio. I've got a few viewers, and most of my audience, I think the maximum age is like 30. And they're mainly, although they're mainly male. Having said that, the females are starting to tune in. I must have some kind of, I don't know if I've got a sexy voice or something. I actually do know if I've got a sexy voice. No, I haven't. But something's bringing in the female viewers, so whatever it is, I'm very grateful to us. I don't really care what gender the viewers are, I'm just saying. Some men might tune in because I've got a sexy voice. If they think that, I don't know. And if they do, then that's great. Any viewership is welcome on this channel. There we go. They may be tuning in because they want to see how good I am at controlling a cat controlling a fictional car on a fictional planet. I don't know. Anyway, I think we've quickly digressed from 2,000 miles. If you did like that song, please like the video. That'd be great. Maybe didn't like my rendition of it, but it's still a great song, despite the fact I can't sing it. Didn't labour the point about that song now. One of mine's there. There's no way I'm missing all those. Every single lap. Bit of, ooh, lots of money here as well. Lots of money scattered about. Is that hit? Wow, he's really getting away from me here. That jump boost doesn't seem to be working on that particular part of the track. I'm noticing. All that money that was there is now gone. Right, I think we're racing for second here, so just need to keep these two rip and shred behind me. Couldn't say shredder. In the Turtles, of course. Should have been shredder on other TV shows. I don't know what it is. I think if I can hit Grinder one more time, and I won't sing Daft Punk, I think I can blow him up. He's that far away, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. So we'll just settle for a second. We don't need to win. We don't need the points, so Yeah, well, second for the second place. Let Grind have his moment. So I think Grinder looks like the alien from Alien. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Especially the scene where that thing comes out. Is it John Hurt, the actor? That scene comes out of his chest. I think that alien looks a bit like Grinder, but maybe it's just me. I don't know. I mean, I'm babbling at the minute. I'm running out of things to say. I don't know if I'm familiar with a race called Le Mans. Le Mans 24 hours. So basically, if you don't know what that is, it's a race that lasts literally for 24 hours, and the winner is the car that completes the most laps in that time. Now, I don't know how the commentators can talk for 24 hours about a race, because I'm struggling to think of things to say here. And obviously, it's only a short. It's only a short race. I mean, to be fair on that, you've got different. I'm not pointing about Le Mans. I don't think anyone's really interested, but you've got different car classes. Obviously, there's probably over 50 cars running at any one time. Well, so at the beginning, obviously cars drop out on the way through. There's different classes as well, so you have LMP 1, 2. So there's almost like 4 different races going on at once. So maybe that's why they can find things to say. But the point I'm really making a really bad job of making is, yeah, it's hard to commentate on racing, basically. So I'm trying to do that, but I don't think I can really. There's much value in me going, and now I need to turn left, and now I need to turn right, and now I need to run over this money, and now I need to not get shot on this last. No, you blithering fool! What an absolute idiot! I'm getting a bit bored of hitting the mines though. It's getting a little bit dull now. I suppose that was my own fault. I really should have seen that one coming. Right, final race. So we're 700 points over the required amount that we need to move on to Division 8. Like I said, we're not in any danger. Don't let loose it, basically. So that's why I get a little bit annoyed when things like that happen. Right, kill those mines. The grinder's gone already, which is nice. I was nowhere near the green stuff there, so that was mildly irritating. I say nowhere near. I was obviously near, but I didn't think I was close enough to actually let it slow me down. Don't mind this track too much, because if you could take the S-bend as a straight, then come on. What the hell happened there? Yeah, if you take the S-bends anyway, back to being cheery. If you take the S-bends as a straight, then it can you can pull away a bit of a gap. But since I started saying that, I haven't actually done it, which is typical of me. There we go. It was a little bit slicker. Lay that mine so I can run over it when I come back round. Oh. I think Ryder ran over it. That's a shame. Right, we should secure the W here. The W, as the American cousin say. I shouldn't make fun of the Americans. I'm not making fun of him. I'm just saying. Most of my audience is American, so hi to all my transatlantic buddies. Well, we'll finish on a high, finish with a victory. So we're now on to Division A. Once again, more dodgy graphics. 3,100 points, we only needed 2,000. So I think I'm ready for Division A, yes, but I'm not ready to do it now because we're going to sign off here and wrap this episode up. So that was episode 3 of the series. So we're now on to, in the next episode, we're taking on Drakonis Division A. That was Division B done. If you enjoyed that video, please like and share the video. Also leave a comment if you want to do that. Try and keep them clean, that'd be fabulous. But tune in next time, we're going to be starting Division A, completing Drakonis, so we can move on to the next planet and hopefully the next car. But until we get to that point, for now, it is sayonara.